Okay, this is my video on how to charge a Shorai, that's how you say it right, lithium ion battery without using their charger. I'm using a ImaxB6. This is what I use to charge my drone with. It is a balanced charger. It has a balanced charging port on it, bada bing, bada boom. And so this is how you balance charge this if you already have one of these chargers. These things are super cheap, and I didn't want to buy their charger, but you got to do some things to make it work. So the first thing I had to do was I had to buy their charge cable. And this used to have a soldered end on it that was part of this. So what it did was it adapted it from, it looks like a 6-cell lead to the 4-cell lead. This is the 4-cell lead that plugs into here. And I'm wondering if, I think Shorai, or however you say their name, I think they probably have like a 6-cell battery and they just use one cable to plug into their charger, so they only need one port, and then they just make a little adapter to whichever battery they're doing. But the problem is, obviously you can't plug this into there because it doesn't work. So here's what I did, pretty cheap. I bought an extension cable. I bought a 4-cell extension cable, and what I did is I had to cut one end off so that I had this end style on both sides. That way I could plug it into here, and I can plug it into here. So it's very simple. Cut both ends off, red to red, and you just go down the list. I mean, they're all in order. It's not like you have to pin anything out. Very, very simple. So here's what I do. Come over here, and I plug this in. Excuse me, because I'm using one hand to do everything right now. And I'm making this video because I went online to try to figure out how to do this, and no one had anything, so I just did it. And I actually charged this thing, charged it up just fine. So once that's done, these, by the way, are a 4-cell battery. They're each 3.3 volts, whatever, 3.3 times 12, 3.3 times 4 is, you know, roughly around your 12, 13 volt total. 3.3 times 4. Yeah, it's 13.2 volts. So since my dirt bike is, you know, a 12 volt system, 13 volts, that's why they're that way. So we'll go ahead and plug this into there, like so. Boom. And we'll kind of turn everything so you guys can see all of it. Okay, so you got the balance port plugged in. You still have to plug in your alligator leads. So this part is where you put, you know, negative to negative, positive to positive. If you can't figure that out, do not do this because you are an idiot. I'm sorry, but just don't. You need to pay somebody to do it for you. Okay, so now we're going to go over here to settings. So it's under lithium polymer. This is not a lithium polymer battery. This is a lithium iron. This is a lithium polymer. This is from my drone. That's a polymer battery. So this is a lithium iron. So we need to go and we need to change our settings. Lipo, lipo, nope. Fe, iron. That's what that stands for. It's the periodic table. God damn, I hope I'm right because everybody on YouTube is going to drill me. So lithium iron battery. Okay, that's what I want. We want to do a balance charge. Boner jams, 1 amp, whoops, I'm sorry, lithium iron, enter. This is how we're going to adjust our amperage. I think 2 amps is probably more than safe. I don't even know if this thing will do over 2 amps. Yeah, this thing maxes out at 2 amps. I did it at 1 amp just because that's what I wanted to do. And then we come over to here, and this is 4-cell. That's what that stands for, 3.2 volts. There we go. And that's it. Press and hold start. It's going to make sure that this is a 4-cell battery. And it is, because it's what it is. Then we press and hit start. So we want to take a look, and we can go to our meter. Make sure we got everything hooked up. Is this thing reading right? There's each one of our cells right now. 3.3, 3.32. And you add that all together, it gets you your total voltage. Now, if we didn't have this wired right, first of all, it's a 4-cell plug. You wouldn't see one of the cells. This is kind of a confirmation by going to the meter to see that each one of the cells is showing up and it's the correct voltage. This is what you want to see. They should all be the same, somewhere close to 12. A total of, your 12 volts. You can take the original Shorai adapter. You would plug, obviously, the one end into there, and you can actually get this end right here to fit in the 6-cell outlet. And what it does is this one won't have any voltage. It pretty much shifts everything over one. So this one would say 0, but this one would be 3.31, whatever. So, and it won't charge like that either, because it's like, well, you got one cell, it's got nothing, there's a short, blah, 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 blah. So, that is it. Again, it required me, unless you can buy just a regular, I'm sure you can, a balanced socket cable, just a 4-cell from, I guess this would be considered a male end to male end. I just had to make one, and that just, it takes a little bit more money because I had to buy an extension because it had a male end, and then it had a female end on the other end, so I had to freaking snip that there. And then I had to use this end from the adapter. Actually, you know what would have been a lot cheaper? I'm just thinking about it. Just buy 2 of these suckers, snip them together, and make 2 females, 2 males. You don't have to mess with this expensive cable. There we go. I'm not this is what I do. I ride dirt bikes. I have this because it's fun, but I'm not really a hobby into it. A hobby enthusiast like I used to be. So that's it. I hope this helps everybody out with this. And just to show you that it does work, because everybody will be like, oh, he didn't show shit. Lithium iron. 1 amp. Yep. Press and hold. Check. Start. And there we go. And then it's charging. You'll see each one of our voltages right there. It's at 67%, and it's going up. Bada bing, bada boom. So, I'm just going to let the thing charge because it probably needs to be charged. So that's it. The end. You're welcome.